What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Retro Pioneers podcast. And today, man, we got a special guest who's returning for another, I wouldn't say interview, but he just blessing us with his presence to come back on our show, man. And Mr. Relentless, man, what's been going on, man?
Shoot, some good, some frustrating, some boring, but I think that sounds like a book for life, realistically.
Yeah, it is.
You know, like I'm a big wrestling fan, so John Cena retired last night, so that was a lot. I didn't like how it ended. I thought that it was complete another BS, as
Now,
well as something else.
let's talk about it.
Okay, well, we can talk about it. One, I think that because I was talking to someone about this, and I told him, I said, him losing isn't the problem. How he lost was the problem. And now it's the conversation, oh, but it was so poetic because remember, that's how he lost it on his first debut was he lost to Kurt Angle tapping out. So that's how he went out, was tapping out. And I was like, but that goes against the narrative of John Cena, which is never give up. Like him losing by pinfall would have been more acceptable. To Gunther, of all people, I think that he's just a blob of meat who just slaps people, realistically. No talent, in my opinion. But it's just like, I sincerely am very disappointed because one, I think Triple H does a lot of bending over for TKO, and TKO be doing a lot of the driving, and he want them checks to keep flowing, so he gonna keep saying, yes, daddy. And it's genuinely I believe that it's ruining the beauty of what wrestling is, and it's like, yes, at the end of the day, we know it's entertainment. We know it's scripted just like a movie is, but we don't care. It's about the delivery. It's about the storytelling. And it's about the quality of it. And I think that John Cena's whole farewell tour realistically showed where we are with wrestling. And just being completely real, I'm done now. Like, I'm done. Like, I don't care anymore. Like, I probably would have stuck around to see what was happening if it would have ended better, but nah, that was such a sour taste in my mouth, as well as a comment made by someone I know, which I thought was very distasteful. But I don't mind getting in that, but I just think that was like the nail in the coffin for me with being WWE.
Yeah.
I'm done now.
Look, man, as me being a former, and I don't know if I'm even saying that right, because I used to be a fan of WWE and Raw and Saturday Night SmackDown and all that, bro. But I really lost my love for it when I started seeing some things that was done with like during the Vince McMahon era, like when he lost the company and went to Triple H and stuff like that. So I kind of like gave up on it then, and I stopped like really giving my like having interest for it. But
Yeah.
I also saw that match with John Cena because I'm like, yo, this is John Cena and this is his last match. So I gotta watch this. So seeing him lose to Gunther was really, really bad in my opinion. And you got a lot of folks who's kind of like watering it down far as, well, at least we get to see him like you mentioned, emotional during the match. But it's just some fact when he was walking out, right? Doing his farewells and stuff like that, you can kind of see the disgrace in his face to the point where he like, I hate that I had to end it like this. That was not a way I wanted to end it, but I think my fans deserve better, but I don't have a call in this.
He didn't. And that's where it's like, people keep saying, like, for example, like the small aspect is like, oh, Cena chose to lose the match. It's like, yes, of course he chose to lose the match. That's fine. It's the how. Then now with everything you're talking about, he didn't want to do 30 something dates. He wanted to do the whole calendar year, majority of the calendar year. I think it was 220 dates, something like that. He said, because it's like, I'm done after this. I want my fans to get me as a wrestler as much as possible. And then y'all were like, So that irritated me because it's one of those things where it's like, I think that this also ties very well into what we talked about last night about gaming, as well as talking about gaming here on the podcast. Is it's like, we have people in positions who don't care about the product anymore.
It's getting bad out here, bro.
It is.
And when like the love of things are not there no more, and like it wasn't hard to see, but it's easy to see it now. And
Mhm,
the further we're getting into the years of where we're going now, and this especially in this economy, you
mhm.
could just see that it's all about greed. How
Yeah,
you gonna charge us an arm and a leg for these games when we not even making that much to even try to even accommodate to what you're trying to, like the prices that you're raising for these games, man. So it's like, and then on top of that, the games are shitty. So it's like, why am I about to pay $80 for a game that's not even good?
yeah, yeah. I won't forget one day I looked it up. It was because 'cause I'm a Lakers fan. I looked up courtside seats just for the hell of it, like, 15 years ago. I think courtside seats then at the most I saw was like 800, 700. But that was, 15 years ago. Now, oh, it's up in the upper echelons of price tickets. Like, and I'm not talking about courtside, not 15 years ago, about 20 years ago. Like, not the tickets like where you get into the press box and you with all the wealthy people and like old players stuff. Like, no, courtside was was basically a standard ticket now for like WWE. Like 500, the cheapest ticket for John Cena's last match in DC was 500 something dollars. That was the cheapest ticket. I like real talk. I sometimes I go to basketball games at a local university where I live. The most I paid for a courtside seat there was 80. So I could have bought 7 people with me to uh courtside at a Division One basketball game versus being in a nosebleed for a WWE match.
That's bad.
Mhm.
That's bad. And it just shows, man, there's the prices of everything. It's not where it needs to be, and it's messing up everything in that
Yeah.
nature. Like going off of games, right? Clear. I know I got something that I want to discuss far
Mhm.
as and I know you done seen the trailers to this Street. Forgive me,
Mhm.
I'm a country boy. Streets Fighters movie, right?
Man.
Imma be brutally honest with you, bro. That shit is trash. It looks like it's trash. It just some of the characters in it, bro, don't belong there, if
Yeah.
you ask me. Like
Yeah.
going off the roster that they showed us, Bison looked promising. You know, Bison, he looks very promising. Dan, Lord have mercy. Yeah, Andrew
Andrew Schultz.
Schultz. Yeah, no, could have did better than that in casting wise. He's gonna try to make jokes and stuff during the movie. And don't get me wrong, Dan is a in the game. He's like a comedic.
Yeah. He's the Hercule
I don't even want to
Satan.
say that.
He's the Hercule Satan of it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And you didn't see that much of 50 Cent being,
Borog.
Borat, but it's just the simple fact that, you know, the cast don't look promising, bro. And the trailer that I watched looked very ass. Like it was trash.
Man.
And it's not looking like, but what killed it for me really with it, right?
Mhm.
And this is like being humble, right? During the Game Awards, the cast of Street Fighter came out.
Mhm.
And Andrew made a comment that was really unnecessary, to the Mortal Kombat 2 cast members. And that didn't sit well with me at all because I'm like,
Mhm.
bro, you haven't even made a movie yet.
At all.
You don't have no right to even, speak your opinion, like to even try to be cocky like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
and out of all people, it was just him. Everybody else was like, bro, we didn't discuss that. Like, why did you say that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's just a simple fact. He's too cocky for no reason.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? He's not even really a good actor. But I'm not targeting him. But just Street Fighter do not look good to me. And I
Yeah.
love Street Fighter as a game franchise wise,
Mm.
bro.
Mhm.
And it just shows me that these folks so money hungry to the point where they want to take these games and make movies out of them, but they don't do it the way they supposed to do it. If
Mhm.
anything, and this is just my opinion, Mortal Kombat 1, not the game, but the movie, the one that just came out. Well, not just came out, the recent one.
Yeah.
That was actually decent. It wasn't
It was
good,
aight.
but it was
It was
decent.
aight.
It was alright. You know what I'm saying? Not compared to the 1994 version. I'm saying that was gonna always be my favorite. And
Mhm.
it was just that had me looking for a part two, right?
Mhm.
Now this Street Fighter movie, I don't even think I want a part one. So what's your thoughts, man? Like let me know.
I'll say this. Shout out to my boy Horace at the Authentic Blurs, another page where y'all can find me and find my guys who do content. He said it looked like AI made it, and
Yeah.
I told him, I said I want to laugh because that joke is funny, but I also want to agree because I agree with you. Like it. Okay, I'll say this first before I continue with the trailer. We need to put a hold on certain video game adaptations, as well as certain video game adaptations don't have people who love video games behind them, except the Mario movie, like, and the Sonic movies. That's about it. Because I love, like, Assassin's Creed is my favorite game series. I have no hope for that TV show. I have no hope for it. Like, God of War is going to be a TV show soon, and they're going to start like with the Norse mythology, which I personally think that that's a good move, but I still have no hope for it. Like I hope to be proven wrong with that stuff in the future. But going back to Street Fighter, this was a money grab. This wasn't a, hey, let's do it because it'll just be cool. No, let's do it for money because it'll be cool. Not let's do it because it'll be cool and we'll get money. So that's how I see a lot of the video game to movie industry. Because, like, for example, I love the Uncharted series. The movie was garbage. Tom Holland should have never been Nathan Drake. Mark Wahlberg should have
Mm.
never been Sully. They tried to tie in all four games, well, majority three of them, and lump them all together. So I pray that the sequel never happens. And it didn't have that charm of what Uncharted is. Just like this Street Fighter movie, this doesn't feel like Street Fighter. This feels like, if I could be completely real, this feels like we're going to try to copy Scott Pilgrim versus the World and throw in mixed martial arts. And Scott Pilgrim versus the World is amazing. I think that's a perfect
That
movie.
was a
But it
great
was
movie.
like
But this ain't gonna be a great movie.
no, like people saw that, they saw that was like the colors, the schemes, the goofiness. All right, do that and call 50 Cent. All right. Okay.
Yo, and the crazy part is too, all realist, like realness to this is 50 Cent only did it for a check,
Yeah, he
right?
did. And he not gonna lie
And
about it.
he haven't lied about it either. And you know, and that's the reason why you don't really see him in the press conference and stuff, because I mean, for one, he's 50 Cent. And for two, you know, his character is beloved, but at the same time, it's not one of the main
Yeah.
eye candies of the movie. But it just, let's put 50 Cent on it so it can give it more edge for people to come and watch it.
Mhm.
And I just felt like that was like a slap in the face to fans of the franchise. And
'Cause why wasn't
it
Jonathan Major
just,
Rock if we doing this bullshit?
he was already in boxing movies, bro. He just got done, what, not too long, doing Creed 3. So that would have been a perfect opportunity to get him back on board, as far as, you know. And don't get me wrong when I say this, and I don't want him to attack us here at Retro Finance Podcast, but no, it's just a simple fact, man. He would have took that, like, okay, cool. You ain't even got to pay me that much. I
No.
need to be back in movies. So, you
Yeah.
know, I'm not taking no for nah.
Yeah.
Throw
You're not
something at me, I'm
saying
gonna
no a
take it.
lot. You're not saying no a
Pause.
lot.
But yeah.
I'm weak.
So it's like 50 Cent. It's just, bro, no, I don't see it. Especially with all this Diddy stuff going on, man. And y'all would have, hey, look, neither here nor there, bro. But
Man.
yeah, I'm really on edge right now for, and I haven't seen anything else from Mortal Kombat 2 yet,
Mhm.
but I'm waiting to see what happens with that. Just especially about Johnny Cage. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
hopefully it's not a complete letdown, because I feel like it will be, only because they gave us a trailer And then after that trailer, you don't hear nothing else about it. So they
Nothing.
went back to the drawing boards and like, yeah, we got to fix this. Like, but yeah, man, it's just a lot of crazy things are happening right now in different industries, far as like movies wise, like with the Netflix buying, like trying to acquire Warner Brothers. And I don't know if you too like into more details, like can give people more details about that and stuff, bro. But like right now, I'm hoping they don't acquire WB Games, 'cause that would definitely be bad, so like well, it's just to get it right. You can't afford to keep putting so much money in these blockbuster games, and dependent on the success of it only because of the franchise that you're trying to give us. Like Batman gonna forever be a top seller because it's Batman, but you trying to take Batman out of it don't make it Batman worthy, aka Gotham Knights, and it just and Suicide Squad already just was doomed from the jump. So I don't even know why they even tried that. And if anything, they could have went a different route with that, if in my opinion. But yeah, it was garbage, man. But it's just some fact, man, that I was thinking to myself when I heard about Netflix trying to acquire WB. I'm like, oh shit, so Netflix gonna own DC Universe. How that's gonna work? Yeah, yeah, that's gonna be kind of nasty, man. Nasty work. It's yeah. But get back to gaming, man. What you been playing so far, man? What games got your interest as of right now that you've been? Okay. Well, what? So speaking of while we in the games, right? Was you able to watch the Gaming Awards? Yeah, so I'm not either, bro. And it's just it just left a bad taste in my mouth. But it's just to the point where you want more far as great titles. Like if you're gonna have a award show, you need to have I'm talking about top tier titles, bro. Presented at these awards. Like, I get it. Award show is basically you honoring the nominees for certain categories and stuff in that nature. But and it's not like it's a big announcement platform for you to tell about your games and stuff like that. This year gaming award really was trash, and I wasn't able to even out of the pit of my stomach, I couldn't fathom like to watch the whole thing. When as a gamer, you don't want that only because it's like it's taken away from what you love. Um I I really don't see goodness in these games after this year, bro. And that's the sad part about it. You can go back to your and I'm not going to just say retro, but you can go back to your Xbox One games and stuff like that. Games that actually had something like Far Cry 6 and your Tomb Raiders and what other game like your Uncharted games. Go back playing those, bro, cuz right now these new games not worth it at all. It's just a lot of people like because I'm not a big multiplayer fan, right? I like playing story based games because it's like it's nothing like you getting immersed into a great story that you can just you know vibe with. But it's just a simple fact. Now you're playing multiplayer and you raging out because the kid's better than you, bro. And it's like, okay, well, what's to do now? And but yeah, talk to us more about what you feel gaming is heading right now for you. Yeah. Mhm. That oh, no. Go ahead. That you just brought something to my attention, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. That it yeah. I'm old, bro. So I might forget it, but keep going. They just trying to keep that momentum, that hype going. Yeah, a lot of people, bro, and I hate to bring it back to myself, right? But a lot of people ask me, why do I tend to prefer to play retro games? Like, I would rather, from me picking up my controller to my console or my PC, I would rather pick up my retro handheld and play my retro games before I even play anything new, because it's like, I don't know if because I ain't got time no more, or the case may be like, I'm very like, my attention span ain't there no more, right? So if something don't catch my attention within the first 1 to 2 hours, most likely I'm not gonna play the game or even play it, like play whatever game I was playing at that particular time. But it's just, I always see that it's very useful to just pick up my retro handheld and play, old school like Sonic 1 and games like that, man. Even though the graphics is ass, it's just still to the point where, it's something I can easily, that what helps me keep myself being a gamer, bro. Because what's been done now make you not even want to be a gamer no more. It make you just want to be like, okay, world, throw these bills at me and make me a adult faster. So it's like, you don't have nothing really useful to even look for no more when it comes down to game. Mm. Make sure you get plenty of water. We love you, British. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. And that was already bad by itself. But something I was just thinking about with one of my coworkers, and we was talking about like the what can save gaming right now, right? And I feel like what can save gaming right now in this particular moment is going back. And I know it's been done already, but going back and getting like Jack and Dexter, remaking that. Don't change nothing. Just remake it to the point where modern graphics. Go back and get Sly Cooper. Go back and get these great titles and remake them to what they was then, but modern now. Don't add nothing to it. If you're gonna add anything, be like this a DLC that is like to expand what you already know, right? But it's just a simple fact. Yeah, like this is something you never seen, but it was already in the code. It just we would didn't have enough space to use it. So it's just I feel like that really right there what can save the games that we love to this day right now. Only because like if you're trying to come out with something totally new, it's not going to work because it's like how many times can you make Call of Duty, bro? Like it's how many times can you make Battlefield? How many times can you make and that's what going back to Fortnite, that's what I love. Even though I'm not a Fortnite player, but that's what I love about the Fortnite franchise, only because they're not just sitting here saying, "Oh, Fortnite 2 on the way." No, we're just gonna keep adding stuff to this already good game. And it's just unlimited content. So I always said if they was to take a Madden game, if they was to take an NBA Live game and just keep it as one game and just update it every year, update it. You don't even have to buy the game no more. Just update. Now you got to pay for the updates. Nah, yep, exactly. Yeah, because prime example, I used to love playing Crash Bandicoot and Spyro. So when they did those trilogies, remastered the trilogies and stuff like that, not remaster, remade the trilogies. That was actually really dope. I went back and completely platinum out on I platinum Spiral out on PlayStation, and I got all the achievements on Xbox. I fucked around and bought it again on Steam and got all the achievements for that. So that obviously can tell you I love that damn game. But it just like I felt like they kind of fucked up on Crash Bandicoot because they made it actually a little harder. Even an adult can't play that game, but neither here nor there. It's still a great game, but it just that was a great way of Toys for Bob of doing that, and I feel like if you do not want to work on that project, give it to another studio who wants that project and let them give us that magic instead of you just saying, okay, well, it's not benefiting us, but let someone else do it and give us what we need. And I feel like that is what we need. Mhm. Yeah, for it, but and it works. And that's kind of reason why I'm looking at it. Okay, I just found out, and like I said, I didn't watch the Gaming Awards all the way through because I was just sick to my stomach about a lot of stuff that I saw, man. But I found out about them remaking Tomb Raider again, and I'm like, bro, how many times can you remake this damn game, man? Like, either you gonna give Laura Croft bigger breasts or a bigger booty, but from what I have seen, it looks very promising. But it still looks like the same. And I don't want to butcher it because it gives me Tomb Raider 1 vibes, even though it's supposed to be a completely different. No, 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 no. No, no, you good. Gotcha, gotcha. And I'm hoping they don't change anything, just up the graphics, and you got a winner, because those remasters that they did, trash, bro. Like the control, like don't get me wrong, the of them making it HD wise, that wasn't bad. What was bad was they messed up on the controls. That they completely messed it up. Like it's hard to control Laura Croft on those remasters, especially on the 1 to the 3, to 3. It was hard to control her. I haven't gave the other set a try yet because I was so let down by the first 3, but it's just hopefully they go back and patch that up if they haven't already done that so far. But it just I looked at it and I'm like, okay, this looked very promising. And I'm a huge Laura Croft Tomb Raider fan, bro. And it's to the point where I'm willing to give it a shot, but it just don't let me down and just change stuff when it don't like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, hopefully, man, right now, while we're going through this drastic change in gaming, hopefully it changes next year for the better, and we start seeing some titles release and stuff like that because, we definitely need it and, to actually save the gaming community, but to really save the gaming community is all of us come together and voice our opinions and let our opinions be known that the corporations got to understand we the ones that bring the money to you. So if you don't have us, you have nothing. And a lot of folks kind of shrug it off their shoulder. Oh, I don't care. It's just gaming. We don't need to really take it that serious. But if people making $billions off of it, it's really that serious. So we we need to take that and actually use our platforms and that actually use our communities to actually do something about this, bro. So that's the reason why I feel here at Retro Pioneer, we're really trying to build a gaming community to really get people voices heard, bro, because it's needed. Yeah. I agree with you 110% on that. Like once people start figuring out, like you got your T-Pains, you got your Neos who figured out that even Akon is trying to get his hands in video gaming, uh, leads and stuff. So once they found out, oh shit, I don't have to sing no more. I could just get into a league and make money like this. It's a profit. Oh, let's do it. So video game industry can make you filthy rich, but the thing is how you go about it. And you gotta have love for it. If you got love for something, like if you make a project and you throw all your heart into it, it's gonna make money. You don't even have to look for the gonna make money. But when you start doing stuff to make money, you kind of can start seeing the genuineness going out the window now because it's like, okay, you're not making for the love of it. Now you're making it for profit. And it's kind of rubbing me the wrong. So now you burned your bridge with it. Bad. No, but I mean, it's the truth though. It's everybody believe me. This is unfiltered, but you can say whatever you want to say, bro. Look, because at the end of the day, that's where it makes you. That way, it takes you to the point where you know. And don't get me wrong. Like sometimes I be thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I don't want to say the wrong thing and get myself canceled or whatever. But sometimes it's necessary. You gotta say like you're a dumbass if you keep doing dumbass shit. So it just if you allow these people to take your money and like for right now, prime example. I know damn, what's that game? Let's just say they make another Suicide Squad. I knew the first one was shitty. So if I sit here and be like, oh man, they're making another one, I'm gonna go spend this 60, $80 for it. Guess what I am at this point? I am a dumbass because I knew the first one was trash. So why you think the second one's not gonna be trash? Yeah, you was the player. Yeah, yeah. Like, no, no, no. I was just gonna say, like, back in the days when you used to play like streets hoops and the real NBA live, like where you do the dunk contests and stuff like that, man. Have these different signature moves and you jumping over basketball, racks to dunk it. That was actually something great because it showed that you actually gave a damn in your game. You actually sat there and you coded that you wanted all of this to be in this game, right? Now it's like, okay, how can we take most of the fun out of it, but make it to the point where it's more catered to multiplayer, but they still have to give us all this money to even make it make sense. To have fun in K multiplayer, you have to spend VC points. That right does a cop out. Like, no, no. For me to have fun on multiplayer, yes, that don't make sense. And don't be one of them who okay, well, I'm just gonna buy the basic version of 2K. Oh, I got a lot of partners who buy the $125 one. I can't think of the name of it, but they go buy that version, which already come with the VC points, but it's not even enough for the value of how much you just spent. So it's like it's bad, bro. It's microtransaction in games are bad, and only person who did it right was Fortnite and Warframe and the Art Raiders. They kind of doing it somewhat, starting off on a good point. Yeah, yeah, yeah. To these gaming people out there, man, don't think you're better than Fortnite because you will get that 50 cent Ja Rule effect. It's not going to end well. Yeah, exactly. And that's the sad part, bro. But what tell the folks what you got going on so far, man, before we wrap it up. Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Yeah. That's a big deal, man. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, and something I want to go off with that, right? You never know will be willing to even pop up on your stuff. This goes to anybody who's looking to do anything. I don't care if you do podcasts, I don't care if you do um make video games, you need voice actors or whatever. If you afraid to ask people, you would never know who will say yes and who will say no. You might get a whole lot of no's, but you definitely gonna get yes. Them yes is gonna be genuine people who really want to support your work. And the fact that bro even said yes, and you don't even have to give me no money, shows that he liked your content to the point where he like, okay, yeah, I would like to do that. So I'm starting to see that more, far as in this podcast journey, as I'm building up the Retro Pioneer podcast. I'm starting to see that when I like not all, and I want to make this clear, not all guests contact me. Sometimes I go out there and I suggest the offer. I don't just sit here and think, oh, we cool, man. People just come to us like bird. Man. No, it's not like that, man. And if the people who do that, I'm genuinely honored for them to even feel like they want to be on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? But I do go out there and I grind and I ask people, look, think you'll be a great addition to the podcast. Can you come on as a guest? I can either get a yes or a no, or I can not even get a reply back at all. But it's just a simple fact I took that initiative to do it. That has throw the whole vibe off. Hmm. But man, it's great always having you on Relentless, man. And it was a pleasure having you on tonight, man, to discuss what's going on in the gaming world and stuff in that nature, man. And tell everybody where they can reach you at if they don't already know. All right, man. Y'all heard it from the man himself. If y'all want to be a part of the Authentic Blurs, man, go ahead hit him up and fill out that application, man, and get hired on, bro. But man, like I said, man, at the end of the day, man, I'm grateful for you showing up and showing out for us, man. And I always greatly appreciate you coming on the show, bro. And I also appreciate everyone who's watching the Retro Pioneers, supporting us. We cannot do this without y'all, and we love y'all so much for the views, for the likes, for just anything, man. Anything helps us grow. And but I'm gonna end it on that. But man, thank y'all for watching the Retro Pioneers podcast, man. We love y'all. We appreciate you. We'll see you later. Peace.